That's a sound mark.
Yes! I enjoy ensemble stories, especially when they are about women. Especially when I'm watching those movies with my sister.
Get out of there! Yeah, hit him again!
And then the men to the story are just a bit stupid.
So JC, how will you write a new ensemble story using inspiration from these movies? I will explore and break down the expectations of this type of story, particularly regarding ensemble form, character introductions, character importance, and interpersonal conflict. To help me do this, I've invited my sister along for the ride. The rather tearful ride. Does it look like I've been crying?
Yes, it does look like you've been crying, yes.
But first, what is an ensemble story? It usually consists of 4 or more central characters, each with their own arc or lesson to learn throughout the movie. These characters also contribute to the plot and theme with their unique point of view. There might be secondary characters who help contribute to the journeys of the central characters. If you only have 3 characters to balance, why not check out this video on multiple characters? But if you have 4 or more, let's go. So, what is the first expectation of an ensemble story? Ensemble form. This is the type of shape of the ensemble story. One form is where central characters get their own point of view as they all work towards one common goal. Another type of form is where multiple stories converge around one common conflict. Another form consists of multiple standalone stories only linked by one common theme. Which one does Steel Magnolias and A League of Their Own fit into? Let's take a look.
Shelby! Malin!
I'll get some juice.
Truvy, there's some candy in my purse. I have some left.
They all know what to do, don't they?
I think this scene's really important because you can tell that Malin and Clary and Truvy have all experienced this before and they know exactly what to do. Clary didn't even have to be told to go and get the juice, and Truvy knew to have candy by, whereas Annelle's completely at a loss. Like, even the fact that Clary's holding her head steady.
Oh, Mama, I'm sorry.
It's all right, honey. It's all right.
It makes you nervous as to how she's going to cope without Malin, as in, like, when she gets married and leaves her mum's household, what happens if that happens?
Does Jackson know to do the same? Steel Magnolias has an ensemble form that centers around one common conflict. The common conflict is Shelby's health. It is what binds the multiple stories together to create one cohesive narrative. Let's take a look.
Daddy.
Nah, don't worry, honey. I'm not gonna tell him you're pregnant. I'm just gonna tell him.
And the doctor said Shelby couldn't have children.
Yeah, what do they know? I guess she showed them.
The doctor said she shouldn't have children. There's a big difference.
This baby is not exactly great news.
It'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Shelby. Oh, honey, what have you done to yourself?
It doesn't hurt.
The salon is where all the important points of the story happen.
The doctor's just trying to strengthen my veins. They're in terrible shape.
God. Shelby, it looks like you've been driving nails up your arms.
Shall we tell him, Mama? So I'll just have a kidney transplant. I'll be fine. Mama's gonna give me one of her kidneys.
When?
We check in tomorrow morning.
I love that we as the audience get to learn this information with the rest of the ensemble cast.
Yeah, you can tell they're all really like...
So their reaction sort of guides how we should be feeling as the audience. We're a bit concerned, we're worried.
We're feeling guilty, like Weeze is feeling guilty.
Back at Truvy's, I said I'd be better off when my body wears out. I shouldn't have said that in front of Shelby.
Weezer, nobody pays any attention to you.
And this is the first time you see Weezer be vulnerable.
Come on home.
Such a beautiful moment that they all gravitate back towards Malin, and it's gonna make me cry. I'm already crying.
And I personally feel much safer knowing that she's up there on my side.
I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? I just want to hit something. I want to hit it hard.
Here. Hit this. Go ahead, Malin. Slap her.
Are you high, Clary?
Clary, have you lost your mind?
We'll sell T-shirts saying I slapped Louisa Boudreau. Let go of me. Malin, you just missed a chance of a lifetime. Half a chickapin parish should give the eye teeth to take a whack at Louisa.
And each central character brings a unique perspective to the conflict, giving us a greater understanding of how this conflict affects their lives. An example is Truvy and her subplot with her husband, Spud. Spud.
I don't feel much like it.
Well, you will once we get there.
I'm happy where I am.
Spud.
She's trying so hard, isn't she?
I know.
So what do you think her individual perspective brings to the story?
She loves love. She's really quite desperate for Spud to be romantic with her and
Just show interest.
yeah, show interest and notice her. And when Jackson loses Shelby, that's when Spud realizes that.
He's been taking her for granted.
So I think you had to establish the fact that he was taking her for granted in the beginning so that that pays off at the very end. It's sort of sad that it has to come to the fact that Shelby had to pass away for Spud to be like, oh, that's what happens for a lot of people. Perspective happens through grief.
They basically have to saw her in half to get the kidney out.
Yeah? Well, they do it on Circus of the Stars all the time.
Don't joke about it, Spud. I guess the Eatons are lucky. They all know how much they mean to each other. Maybe I'm jealous.
Hand me that socket wrench, would you?
She's being so open and he's just like, hand me a socket wrench.
Yes. He's not even listening. And what was so beautiful about that was that jump cut from those two sitting there not connecting, and then we get to see this. It's exactly what she was saying.
I guess the Eatons are lucky. They all know how much they mean to each other.
A great thing about ensemble stories is when you can show that juxtaposition between characters that builds the world. A League of Their Own has an ensemble form that centers around one common goal. That goal is to make the league a success and ultimately win the tournament.
I saw you playing today. You can not only play ball, but you're kind of a dolly. That's what we're looking for.
Kind of a dolly?
Well, I'll go. I'm ready right now. I gotta sign something.
I don't want you. I want her, the one who hit the ball.
No, wait! Can't you just watch me pitch?
If she comes, you can come too.
But can't you just have this first? Just so you can say you once did something? I gotta get out of here. I'm nothing here.
And run! Come on, Dottie. Get up. What a schmuck.
Are they laughing at us?
Yeah, they're laughing at us.
Won't be laughing soon, you...
Cream cheese out of that one.
Yay! Dottie!
Oh, now they're interested.
What are you, stupid?
Somebody's got to run the team, Jimmy. You know, someone who actually watches the games.
This is the jewel we all needed.
Hey, who's the goddamn manager? I am!
Act like it, you big lush.
Yeah, he's very dislikable.
There's a reporter and a photographer in the stands from Life magazine.
Famous magazine. Wow.
Waste your time, Doris.
They're talking about closing you down.
What are you talking about? Closing what down? Close us down here.
You can see the cogs turning in her head being like, ooh.
Pops it up. Foul. Henson should have no trouble with this. She's under it.
Catch a foul, get a kiss.
is her name?
Hey, you, tall girl! Beverly!
Had to show you that for later. He's like a proud dad. Look at what I've done.
You wanna go with me? I've been traded to Racine.
You? I told him to trade me.
I think it's so key that they're having this fight where everyone can see, because it just reminds you that this is an ensemble piece.
I knew if I did too good, you'd do something to push me down.
I am so sick of being blamed for everything that's bothering you. I got you into this league, goddammit. I didn't even want to be here.
Then why are you still here?
Excellent question, Kit. They're all the investors. I love the music. Hold on, Hans Zimmer.
And that little...
Come on, Kit.
It's hard because you don't know who to root for. Are you barracking for Kit or are you barracking for Dottie?
Shake it off.
Come on, Dottie, destroy her.
Deep center. Tornado goes back to the wall and
The investors are invested.
Can I have time out? High fastballs. Just can't hit him. Can't lay off.
I think she's mad enough at her to say, yep.
Just can't hit him. Can't lay off.
And I think Kit probably knows that that's what she's told her. So in a way, it sort of
prepares her.
here's the miss. Keller swings and it's a long fly ball. Back. Coach is giving Keller the stop sign. And third, but no, she is not stopping. Keller is running through the stop sign.
But I think if it had been anyone else but Kit on this ball, she would have held on to it. But maybe she did drop it because she wanted Kit to win the game.
Because it works either way, if she let it go or if it was an accident. So it's one story told from multiple points of view. And each central character contributes to that story in a unique way.
Ira Lowenstein has been given the job of figuring out how to keep baseball going. Good luck, Mr. Lowenstein.
No luck needed.
But to be perfectly honest, I think the girls deserve most of the credit.
Yes, they do.
Fortunately, we won't need them anymore.
This is what it's going to be like in the factories, too, I suppose, isn't it? We told them it was their patriotic duty to get out of the kitchen and go to work. And now when the men come back, we'll send them back to the kitchen.
What should we do? Send the boys returning from war back to the kitchen?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey, I'd like your permission to take over the league. I sold your product when there was no product. This is a product.
There is no room for girls' baseball in this country once the war is over.
Yes, there is.
I think you're wrong.
It's important to see his perspective throughout this because it shows how one character believes in this and supports this.
Well, Walter, what do you say?
All right, Ira. We'll stick with it.
Hot tip. Deciding which ensemble form your story falls into will help you avoid indecision. Indecision about character importance, which we will get to shortly. Indecision about style and how the story should be told. But it will also help you avoid including characters you don't need and even scenes you don't need. For my mash, I will take inspiration from... So, what is another expectation of an ensemble story? Character introductions. In ensemble stories, character introductions can make or break your movie. Because if your audience cannot remember or even tell them apart, then Effective introductions need to be distinct and spread out. Doing so will make it easier for your audience to invest in them and who they are, especially if you show us the unique personalities that set the characters apart. How do they do this in Steel Magnolias and A League of Their Own? Let's take a look. So Anal is the new character, so we're coming in with her.
Our perspective and her perspective are very similar, and every other relationship is very much pre-established, and you can see that straight off the bat. But we get to develop the relationships with the characters at the same time that she does.
Morning.
Sorts of things.
Sorry, she just tripped.
That was either very good acting or this. And I think this is really clever too, how they've put the wedding as the way they introduce essentially all the characters.
So why now? Why today? Why are you starting the story at this point? And if you make it a wedding, everyone's emotions are running a bit higher, so conflict can more easily come to the surface.
Spud, turn off that stupid television.
Gotta work on the truck.
No, you gotta get the lead out.
What have we learnt about Truvy?
She's very involved in the community, and her husband, Spud, is not. I love this because it's someone who's so shy and meek, meeting someone who's so confident.
Am I interrupting something?
No, I'm just
screaming at my husband.
I can do that anytime. So, best I can tell, young lady, you've just landed yourself a job.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
Louie, hold up. I want you to meet a Nell. Hi.
It's very quickly established that Truvy is the established person in her family, and her son and husband are not.
Yes.
Our son. We're so proud of him.
This nail polish is drying way too dark. Practically pink, my foot. Looks like a stuck pig bled all over my hands.
Shelby, if I don't have something, I will send one of your brothers down to get some delicate pink nail polish.
So what have we learnt about them?
I don't know what we learned about them.
Well, from what I see, Shelby has gone to her mother for help straight away. So she's the one that she's looking for to solve this crisis of the nail polish.
Look at this.
Again, Shelby coming to her mum for help.
Rubbers. Please stop him.
Keep your voice down. Keep your voice. Jonathan, don't you decorate your sister's car with condoms. It's tacky.
And what does her mother do?
Well, she tries basically to solve it. She's like the person who solves everything or fixes everything.
Hello, Clary.
And this is the best character in the whole film.
Anel, I'd like to introduce you to the former First Lady of Chinkapin, Miss Belcher.
Janice Van Meter got hit with a baseball. It was fabulous.
Was she hurt?
I doubt it. She got hit in the head. Janice Van Meter's the current mayor's wife. We're hating.
But I love that line. It's just like, you're part of our group.
I'd get to the bottom of this if I were you. You have some nice silverware you'd like to keep.
Oh, I'm not worried about that at all. She's just as sweet as she can be. And besides, I kind of like the idea of hiring somebody with a past.
She knows her way around the salon because she just walks in, grabs her robe, goes to the loo. It's very much instinctive behaviour.
Showing that this is a relationship that's been going on probably for many years.
Yes.
But the veil would be so much prettier with your hair up.
Get over it, Mama. Oops.
And then this is also one of the best character introductions.
This was Weezer. Back door.
Sorry, you look like regular shit.
I have such a bone to pick with you.
It's so interesting that they show these two together first before Weezer's with the rest of the group. What do you think that's for?
Weezer has a real thing against men. She doesn't hold them in the same esteem that she does women. While she loves Malin, she just thinks Drum's a bit of a
waste of space.
Yeah, a bit of a waste of space. But you see their relationship develop throughout the film.
But that dog is on his last legs. What am I going to do with that poor animal?
Serve him on toast.
And she's just my spirit animal because she cares more about her dog than she ever will about any type of human being. And so like these five are sort of established and it's very jovial and then we get introduced to Weezer.
That is one ugly dog. What kind of dog is that?
If it had a head, it'd be a Saint Bernard.
Good morning, Weezer.
Don't try to get on my good side, Truvy. I no longer have one.
I'm sorry, Weezer. This whole thing has gotten out of hand.
It's not your fault, Malin. You know, I used to think you were crazy for marrying that man. Now I realize you must be on some mission from God.
And I just love this part.
Who the hell are you?
Anel?
Weezer, this is my new...
Fine. Now, I know everybody in this town.
No, Ma, I don't have any family to speak of.
Your husband?
I love how she's so direct and then everyone else is like, oh, these are the questions we've been wanting to ask.
I can't talk about it.
Of course you can. Men are the most horrible creatures, honey. They will ruin your life, you mark my words.
He's in big trouble with the law.
Uh-huh.
Drugs or something.
She's not surprised.
No.
I didn't know if you would hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal.
And I just love how it's like Shelby's wedding day, and then you meet and now her marriage is broken down.
This afternoon, you're going to drop by my house and have some bleeding armadillo groom's cake.
Oh, yes, you must.
It just shows how wonderful these women are because they're so inviting to her now and so supportive.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to wear.
Come to my wedding, wear some of my clothes. It just makes you like them so much
Yes.
more. Like this scene definitely solidifies them as a group.
Look, sis, she's getting everybody out high. Don't swing at that pitch, okay?
I can hit it.
You can't.
I can.
Definitely foreshadowing there.
I like the Highlands.
Mule.
Ned!
That's how we talk to each other.
I'm just expecting supermassive black hole. She knows she's gonna get it. This says everything about her character right there, doesn't it?
What are you swinging those high ones for? A good thing your sister bailed you out.
Oh my God, shut up. Mediocre white man.
If I'd have swung at that, I'd be the big hero. But you got me so crazy.
Let's stick with lay off the high ones.
Good thing your sister bailed you out, kid. Kid, why can't you be beautiful like that sister of yours?
Oh.
Oh.
You ever hear Dad introduce us to people? This is our daughter, Dottie. This is our other daughter, Dottie's sister.
Why are you walking so fast?
Why are you?
I don't know, because you are.
Can't even let me walk faster than you?
Sure.
This is the most sister-like thing ever.
So we've already met our main two, and now we're getting probably the best introduction of another ensemble member.
We're collecting them now.
Coach of the American Legion team said if she was a boy, he'd have took her to the state tournament. I said if she was a boy, I'd be in New York talking to the Yankees.
Her eyes. Oh.
We'll let you know. Can't use her.
She's great. Why not? What's the problem?
Exactly.
You mean you ain't taking her because she ain't pretty?
Well, look who just caught up. All right, come on, let's go.
I love how they both do it at the same time. They're like, no.
I know my girl ain't so pretty as these girls. But that's my fault. I raised her like I would a boy. Don't make my little girl suffer because I messed up raising her.
I'm already gonna cry.
It's not your fault. It's just society standards.
Strong character introductions, but then also giving us a real reason to care for them. So we've had that scene from Kit saying,
I gotta get out of here. I'm nothing here.
as we're collecting them, we're caring more about them.
You really want to root for her because obviously she's been discriminated against.
Misogyny!
And I also love that that guy falls in love with her.
I know.
At the dancing.
Hey, mate.
What?
Come here and look at this.
Wait a second, Doris.
I can't wait much longer, so get up. Yes, so? Yes, so I ain't done yet. Watch this.
Ain't done yet.
That's it? You had to notch it behind, because that looks really swollen.
It seems like they're friends before they got here.
Even just the way they've shot her on the ground looking up with the smoke coming out of her mouth. I think she's more of the rebel, the one who speaks her mind.
Yes. I think Doris is quite... the first word that comes to mind is bogan, but...
Doris is probably more of the comedic relief, likes to self-entertain but also entertain others.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, what are you looking at? Nothing.
All these girls gonna be in the league?
You wish.
You do wish.
They're gonna have 4 teams, 16 girls to a team.
That's right.
Some of you's are gonna have to go home.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Come on, Doris.
Those people are jerks.
What do you
man.
mean some of us?
Do it. Okay, some of them are going home.
Hey, how did you do that?
And that just basically instantly develops respect. She establishes her, not authority, but
skill.
Yeah.
Because if we knew all of them at this point, that would be very overwhelming.
You wouldn't be able to keep track of them and you wouldn't be able to care about them.
Yay, our core 5 are in.
I'm a peach!
I made it! I can stay!
I also like that Dottie was hanging back. She
Yeah.
didn't run up and check if her name was on the board.
She sort of wants Kit to make it.
Paper guy, this might my friend May. She made the team.
Oh.
Here we go, the last addition to our ensemble team.
You know, I always... Jimmy, come on.
And your introduction to him is...
I'm drunk, I'm hungover.
He's still got like a piece of shaving cream on his face.
I freely admit, sir, I had no right to sell off the team's equipment like that. That won't happen again.
Let me be blunt. Are you still a fall-down drunk?
No, sir, I've quit drinking. I just can't afford it.
He's honest.
To a fault. He's very insecure.
I hurt my knee.
You fell out of a hotel, that's how you hurt it.
He's irresponsible.
Look, Jimmy, I want you to manage one of the new girls' baseball teams.
So he seems like a very reluctant addition to this team. And it also seems like he needs to be humbled just a bit.
And I can't wait.
Now we get to see them all mixed together.
He hasn't been drinking. And this is the longest pee in cinematic history.
I do think this is such an iconic scene for when the whole team's together. It shows their personalities.
Yes, like some are intrigued, some are horrified. Oh.
I ain't gonna ask again. Shut up, Doris.
Shut up, Doris.
Right, and this is when Dottie steps into her role.
How hard can it be to make a lineup? Come on.
Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you do it, Oregon?
Oregon.
Yeah, you.
All right, May, center field, lead off.
She's good.
So we're about to have another character introduction, and what I love about this one is it's such a short scene, but the way they do it elicits a lot of empathy and sympathy from the audience straight away, because she's in such a vulnerable position.
Hi. Can you read, honey? No.
And this character who helps her is also one of the ensemble, so we're meeting her as well.
And you instantly like her.
Shirley Baker.
Shirley Baker.
I love that she's looking at her.
Right, not the thing, yeah.
This is you. You're with us. You're Rockford Peach.
I'm crying so easily.
I'm gonna get him to sign my husband's baseball card.
Oh.
Just be careful. If anything happens to that card, George will come all the way back from the Pacific and kill me. Will you sign my husband's baseball card for me?
When he rips up the photo, we're going to remember that character too. And we're going to remember that it's her husband's baseball card. That's key information. We're about to get another character introduction officially here.
Girls can play ball!
Number 1,
yes.
Ellen Sue.
Yes!
Number 17, Evelyn Gardner.
There we go. So we're going to remember her now.
Alice Skeeter Gasper says legging out a triple is no reason to let your nose get shiny.
When they were first introducing them on the pitch, we learned some of their names, and now we're learning the rest of their names.
With her husband in the Pacific, Betty Horn enjoys cooking spaghetti and knitting. Her teammates call her Betty Spaghetti.
Here's these beautiful baseball players, but they all have homely skills as well.
I just spoke to my husband last night, and he says that I can't leave her son with him at home anymore. So can I take my son with me on road trips?
Oh, he's so gross.
He is, isn't he?
Well, he's the sweetest little boy. Everyone's just gonna love him.
But her introduction shows her as very timid and sweet. And then we get this smash cut of her horrible child. If you told this story just from Dottie and Kit's perspective, it wouldn't feel the same, and you wouldn't care so much about the sport and the external conflict of the game, because you wouldn't know the rest of the team.
It wouldn't be as interesting.
And it wouldn't be as believable.
No.
Hot tip. I know I've already said this, but let me repeat it. Your central characters need to be different. Different personalities, different goals, different outlooks on life, different behaviours, including speech or mannerisms. Otherwise, why are you writing an ensemble story? If you're not careful, you risk confusing and alienating your audience. That's not what we want. For my MASH, I will take inspiration from... Until the next Smash, bye! My headphones are so wonky because they're broken.
Mine only works in one ear, so...
I'm on a low budget, guys.
So subscribe.
Found the condoms.
Well, the boys just brought the car around.
Even her luggage is pink.
What did they do to it? If you and Jackson want to practice safe sex, You're all set.
Well, not really, because you can't
Yeah.
use a used condom. I wonder if Penny Marshall's related to Rob Marshall.
Surely.
Walter Harvey, the
Oh, there's Rob
candy
Marshall.
bar king.
Move over to your side,
Oh,
please.
sorry. I can't help it.